Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the One Size Beauty Go Off Dissolving Mist in the travel size. I saw in, I think it must be Sephora in New Zealand, that they had One Size Beauty, and I haven't actually seen them in any makeup stores, but that's also because in my city we don't have any makeup stores that are not like the department stores where these sorts of brands are not in New Zealand. I am a huge fan of the oil cleanse already from the K-Beauty World. So oil cleansing is nothing new to me, and I really wanted to see if this was as amazing as everybody makes it out to be. So I'm going to be talking about the product description, packaging, application, and then my final thoughts. So if you'd like to hear more about this mist, please skip to those points if you want to, or just keep watching. So for this one, the product description is: go off in an epic way with this no drip, super slick, continuous mist that dissolves makeup on contact without leaving skin tight or dry. Formulated to fully remove makeup and refresh skin with good for you ingredients. A game changer for those heavy makeup days. So the packaging of this product is really cool. I enjoy the One Size Beauty color range, which is all reds, golds and pinks. I think that was really cute. I think it might be like a rosy gold maybe. But other than the colors itself, it just comes in a really cute and chubby little spray can. This is the travel mini as well, and this is a big mini. This is 67.95 milliliters or 20 fluid ounces. 2 fluid ounces. And I do believe that this cost me about 30 New Zealand dollars. So not a huge amount of money, and actually a really decent amount of product. It's also really sturdy packaging. Like the top is really good, and then the actual thing is really easy to hold. So when you're taking it off, it's still a good hand size, which I think is important for a mini, because if it's tiny and you're supposed to be trying to spray it, like it's really quite difficult. Anyway, it's super easy to use, and the mist itself is so fine. So fine that I thought I wasn't applying it to my face the first few times that I used it. I was like, where is it? No, it just feels like nothing, like a tiny like whisper on your breath. It's really weird. Okay, so I have my regular makeup on, and I'm actually going to put my bangs up in like a proper headband, because this is obviously a mist, and not the best at aiming the mist. So it does kind of tend to get everywhere, so I'm going to try and cover as much of my hairline as possible because I just washed my hair and I don't want it to get oil in it. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove my mascara with warm water, because mascara is not oil soluble, or it's quite hard to get off with oil. It's very easy to get off with water, so I'm going to do that first. But here is a close-up of the makeup. So there's eyeshadow, eyeliner, brows, base. No lip product at the moment though, because I have been wearing a mask. I might actually put one on though. Fair test to know. Let me do that. This tin is from the Sleepy Tiger range, and it's kind of like a, not super stainy, but it's going to dry down in the time that I have to take off my eyelashes, and I think that it'll be a good test. So it's just like a lighter color. So I'm going to remove these eyelashes first. So that is the mascara removed, and the liner and everything is still on. So I'm going to give the can a shake. There's nothing to shake in it. And the thing is as well, I have used this before and it does sting my eyes a bit. So I'm not going to open my eyes if possible while I have the oil around my eyes, because it did burn. So I have a really wet cloth, it's literally dripping, on the standby to help me with that. So you're supposed to hold it 8 to 10 centimeters away from your face. That's around about that, and then spray and you're good to go. So the mist is like super fine, it feels like nothing. And then you have a nice oil. It's a really, really thin oil, so it doesn't feel very heavy whatsoever. Not like a traditional cleansing oil from the K-Beauty World. Those do feel quite heavy. And because my eyes have to stay closed because I have sensitive little eyeballs, can't really tell if I'm in focus, so I'm so sorry if I'm not. I'm trying to do the lips last because I don't like spreading that lip product everywhere, and I'm just going to have to trust that my eyes are good. I'm going to try and peek. Yep, there we go. It looks pretty good, right? Now I don't think you have to emulsify this, so I'm just going to use like a bags. I'm going to use a damp muslin cloth. This came with a different makeup remover. And it's got a fair bit of water on it, so it's going to help to emulsify the product anyway. But it's pretty easy. You know, like very foolproof. And an excellent way to introduce people to the idea of double cleansing or oil cleansing their skin if they're not, you know, wanting to use a really thick K-beauty one. A little bit of makeup on the cloth, but the skin is looking very clear. My eye makeup is totally gone. The liquid liner is gone as well. There's a little bit stuck in my eyelashes there, but that's also pretty usual for me. Glitter is removed and the base makeup is all good. Lip product, not so good. I'll give that a bit more of a scrub, but yeah, not so good on the lip stain, but excellent everywhere else. And if you don't use lip stains all that often, you probably wouldn't even notice it. So yeah, that is the makeup remover. Okay, so I have tried a lot of cleansing oils in my time. I've never tried a spray cleansing oil. I'm not sure if they exist in the K-beauty world. And that's where I got all my other cleansing oils from, because it is, you know, like doing a double cleanse is pretty standard. So I've been doing that for quite some time. If I've not used an oil cleanser, I at least use a liquid makeup remover. So this would be like one of the little ones. This is from Holika, and it's just agitate it together. It's got an oil in it, so it's not stripping for the skin. And I never use makeup wipes because, one, I think that they're bad for the planet because that's disposable, you don't need it, and two, I find them really abrasive for my skin, so I felt like I was exfoliating my skin way too much and it made my skin very irritated when I did try to use makeup wipes. So that's never been a thing for me. I've always been like a cotton round and a liquid makeup remover or an oil cleanser. The thing that I particularly liked about oil cleansing was that it was quite moisturizing for the skin normally for all of the other oil cleansers that I have used previously, and it was like a hands thing. You know, I didn't need anything else to actually remove the product. I just needed the oil, the water, my hands, and we were good to go. So something that I particularly like about this is that it works. It takes your makeup off. It is an oil cleanser, and it is doing a fantastic job. It got all of my makeup off with the exception of the mascara that I use, which is a tubing mascara. You need to use water to remove it, so I needed to actually use water to actually get that off. This would not have got it off anyway, so that was fine with me. As well as, apart from the mascara, lip staining. I do a lot of swatches. It doesn't get the staining off my lips. Nothing gets the staining off my lips apart from going to sleep and using a lip treatment. That's fine with me. Nothing else would do it anyway, so I'm not expecting it to. The mist itself is super fine. You can barely feel it on your skin, and it's just great. It gets everywhere though, so it does kind of get on your clothes, but I usually take up my makeup before I get in the shower or before changing into pajamas, so that's not a problem for me. And they are correct, it is no dripping, so you get the correct amount of product on your face generally, you rub it on and it feels like wet dry product. It's not dripping everywhere, it's fantastic. If you have not used cleansing oils, this would be an amazing first step because it is very gentle and it's very like an oil cleanser, but only just a little bit. There are a few things that I disliked about the product, and they're probably personal preference. The first was that it does sting my eyes. I have very sensitive little baby eyeballs and it does sting my eyes a bit if I get a little bit in there. It's not a huge biggie, I can get over it. They're not like sore for days, it's sore for like a few minutes when I get product in it. That's okay. And then the second is that it does leave quite a residue on my skin particularly. I am obviously going to cleanse my skin afterwards, and that oily kind of residue that's left on there is kind of good for getting me between, you know, taking the makeup off and cleansing the skin. My skin doesn't dry out in the meantime, which is excellent. But if you're trying to use this and then nothing else afterwards, that's not going to be so good for you. You should always cleanse your skin afterwards anyway. They also kind of advertise this to be taken off with wet wipes as well. So you've got, like, you're supposed to spray your skin and then use wipes to get rid of the makeup, but you can just wash it off with water. Like, stick your head in the sink and just use some water to wipe it off and then use a cleanser, and you don't have to use the wipes. Just saves you money and saves the environment. That's just my 2 cents though. I feel like my thoughts are all over the place because I'm just like, this is a really cool product. I think that it's incredibly innovative. I certainly haven't come across it before in any other realm of makeup removing, and I love to remove my makeup at the end of the day. It's like great for me. So Will I buy another one? I don't know. I don't think so, and there is a reason why. It's just more expensive than the cleansing oils that I already own, and I don't use cleansing oils enough, and I don't travel with cleansing oils because they usually leak everywhere, to warrant paying as much money as the New Zealand people are charging for this, because obviously we have import fees and all of that sort of jazz as well. So this was $38, $38, $31 maybe, and I think that the full size is like $78, something like that, and it is quite a lot of money. I could just get a K-Beauty cleansing oil that's not in a spray for like less than $10, and it's got a bigger quantity in it. And in the interest of saving money for having a very, very similar item, that would be my pick. However, it's not because this is not a good product. It is in fact an excellent product, and I will continue to use it until it is all gone. Or I will give it to someone who maybe doesn't like oil cleansing their face that much and wants to try something that's a little bit more lightweight than, you know, like the slightly more messy oils that I'm already very used to. I would love to try out more of the One Size Beauty products. I'm so interested in the brand in itself. It is a little bit more difficult to get in New Zealand. There is only one place that sells it, which is the Sephora. I'm pretty sure it's, yes, it is the Sephora, because we've got Sephora and Becca, and they're kind of like half the brands. And I think Sephora has the One Size Beauty and Fenty, and then Becca had like Ilia and NARS and Charlotte Tilbury. Also, I got one of the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners, the Pillow Talk, and oh, it's also really good. Why do they cost so much money? But they're really good. So I would totally recommend the One Size Beauty Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist for any princesses who are wanting to step in the direction of oil cleansing but are wanting a slightly more mess-free experience to start with. It is really an excellent product. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one.